When we first rescued this baby fox, he was really shy and nervous. Clay tried his best to make him feel more comfortable and distract him a little bit while my daughter Ella and I did a quick medical assessment. But once we released him into one of our sanctuary's pre-release enclosures, he started to feel right at home and he was acting very confident.
Wow, he's a baby.
I felt bad for him because I could tell that he was acting a little bit bored and lonely. But he wasn't lonely for long, because within a few days, I had gotten phone calls about 3 other baby foxes who needed my help. I just got a new fox intake in. Actually, a couple of them. I do both ends of the spectrum with fox rescue, having sanctuary residents who will be here forever. Uh-oh, here she is. And wildlife rehab intakes who will ultimately be released back into the wild. And now, I can go put these babies in with my lone little male baby. The next little fox was this little girl, but she just was very sweet. They take a step out of the crate. It takes about 30 seconds maybe for both of them to just instantly realize, whoa, I have a playmate now. The other 2 were siblings, actually. They had very, very shy, very reserved personalities. The first sibling took off and came out of the carrier pretty quickly. But the second sibling probably took 10-15 minutes to come out. I think that watching his brother finally gave him the courage. But then it didn't take long at all for him to just immediately become intermingled in that group. This group of foxes became really close really quickly. Then I had another little intake to add to the family. Hi. Oh, such a little sweetie.
It unfortunately was positive for ringworm. Ringworm is very contagious. This poor fox had to be quarantined for almost a month. I just felt so bad that this guy had to be stuck by himself for so long.
I know, I'm so excited to get you with the other babies. Only like a week or 2 more on medication.
That after a few weeks, I was able to add him in with the rest of them, and I was so excited.
They always become one big happy family.
I opened up the crate, and he kind of like looked out for a second, and then he just bounced right out of there. And you could just tell by the literal pep in his step that he was so excited just to have like friends. He's like running up to the other foxes and bumping into them.
He thinks that I can't see him.
I've been around enough foxes that I know when my babies are ready for release. I want to make sure that they can move around and climb and jump with ease. Definitely not wanting to come out when I walk in the enclosure. They'll be hardy enough in order to survive in the wild.
Guys, what do you think? Is it time to release this year's fox babies?
Yeah!
Let's do it. All right, guys, ready?
I do a soft release method. This means that I open up the enclosure door, I keep it open, and I keep food, water, and shelter available as long as they are regularly coming back to the enclosure to check in.
And they can run straight back there to lots of woods.
We're in the wild!
More foxes than you'd imagine usually, who will kind of poke their head out, and maybe a couple of them will like take a couple steps and they'll be real hesitant for a couple minutes before they decide to trot off and go explore. They will travel an extremely long distance in order to form their own territory. So for a little bit, I get to experience like seeing them on my cameras and stuff, but then they slowly kind of start to fade away. And I know that something has clicked in their brain that says, all right, we got to move away from home now.
Guys, we are a few days post-release, and every kit has officially left the enclosure, and they've started their journey to create their own territory back in the wild.